play of pearls and emeralds that you are. And it's nice to go somewhere and have somebody dust you off to a guru or somebody else like that. Or a 3-day where you go to a retreat for 3 days. Wonderful, wonderful. But if the guru is real, at the end of the 3 days or before, he says, you, thank you very much, I love you. Go home. Gee, you are you. Go and take it to the street. You become me. You want to stay a year, 6 months, fine. At one point, you must leave and I will support that. I won't keep you with me. Then I'm not good, then I'm not real, then my ego has demanded that you stay by me, that I'm the one. I'll point the way, but don't get stuck on my finger. Look at where I'm pointing, where you'll miss the moon, or you'll miss the sunrise, or you'll miss the beauty of the life. So you are the ones. So day by day, look inside and see this musical symphony that you're creating. And at the end of the day, when you hear it, it's like a beautiful la 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 la, ah. And the ah should tell you where you have lost sight of the light, where you have lost your might in the light, and would rather have been right than loved. And so when you hear da 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 da, wow, that's when the doorman said hello to me and I grumbled because I had a headache or I had a hard day. Hello, Sammy? Yesterday when you said hello, I'm sorry I missed it, I love you. Thank you for thinking of me and saying hello. Missed you, I'm going to give you a hug later. Boom. Your life has changed. Your life has changed. You've become a miracle worker. You have become the miracle. You have become the light, the brightness on the planet. This guy, his life will never be the same. You actually called him to tell him that. He knew there was a drop of one sand in the kernel of his beach that knew that you just walked by like that or whatever it was. And when you go back and look at it and clean it, there's an elegance and something that happens inside of you, that there's a gracefulness that the world presents itself through you. And there's an elegance in the way that you live because you were brave enough to do that. And out of that bravery, wow, God looks at you through a keyhole. God looks at you through a keyhole. Special, because you've gotten in touch with that source. And the source is always going and giving and loving. And when you're in touch with that, wow, everywhere you go, people will succumb in a gentle, beautiful way to that beingness of you. They will understand that you are coming from a place of light and beauty and highness, and they will want to respond. Somewhere in them, they will want to respond, and that inner programming will support that response. Remember the inner programming that we all have, that the caterpillar has, that has it transformed amazingly? Well, so is it with us. There's something always inside of us, always, that's reaching, moving towards the light, no matter what, even with my eyes closed. And then when you begin to open one eye and see, and then the other eye, and then that third eye opens up, oh, 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 like a jewel, like a mango in your mouth. Wow, wow. This is your birthright, your birthright. Use your body to learn and see where that you can get to that next level, to do that rooftop dancing and get out of the basement where there are no windows to look out of that bring you joy. You are the window, the looker, and the staircase. Move along the staircase, go to the second floor and look out. Oh, not so bad. And then you'll find there's a third floor. Wow, beautiful, look at this world. And then you'll find there's a roof where no religion or no politician can lock you in anymore, that you're open and you're free and you're able to say, wow, This is rooftop dancing. I'm on the roof and I can see. Thank you, dear God, for being inside of me. That I am beautiful in every way. Wow. Somebody came to me after a dance class and I looked at them, I said, you have a beautiful spirit. And somehow they weren't able to see it. And they looked and they said, me? I don't think I'm beautiful at all. I just don't know, I don't feel it, and I can't see it. And I spoke to them a few minutes, and I went home and actually wrote a song. And you'll hear it later, but the words, you know, when you look out of your eyes, it's a programming. When you look out of someone else's eyes to see you, that's yet another programming. So the song went a little like this, without the music behind it. If I was blind and could not see, I'd close my eyes and look inside of me, and there I'd find how beautiful I am. Oh, if I was blind and I could not see, I'd close my eyes and go deep inside of me, and there I'd find how beautiful I'd be when I look inside, that light, that jewel inside of me. And then I realized that love is in the air, and all I needed to is receive it. You'll be able to see it. Sometimes something happens to you and it's 10 years ago, and you say, wow, if that didn't happen, I wouldn't have been pushed to do that, and I wouldn't have been pushed to do that or that, and then wow, I gotta call that person up that I cursed and hated and tell them I love them. Because it was amazing. Sometimes it takes 5 years, sometimes 1, sometimes a month, sometimes a week, sometimes a day. And then there's living in the light. Living in the light where you're doing that dance and you're in a desperation to stay in that light. Burning desire to stay in that light. So what happens is when something goes a little bit off and you see it, you can't prevent it, you already know the jewel that it has inside of it. You already know the jewel that it has. So there's no anger or resentment. There's only love and forgiveness. You see how powerful that is? You catch it right as it's happening. You catch it right in the bud, and it begins to bloom and flower in its own beautiful spirit. So there is that time, and if you dance with it, and you practice it, and you live it, and you be it, you will see that something happened that years ago would have shook you, that you would have went into a frenzy, but you're looking at it now through another eye, and you're saying, wow, let's see what the jewel in this is. I can't wait to embrace this gorilla. I can't wait to hug this so-called enemy and make it my friend. That's all it ever is, embracing the dark and seeing the flower and the light and the jewel inside of it. So the dance and the play and the work is to look and self-inquiry to see each step of the way. Because this is the game and this is the class, the life class. And you can accelerate it just by being on top of it, by being vigilant, by having your third eye go inward. And you have to earnestly want to do it. It's not like business as usual. You can't just say, okay, so I'll go to another high thing next month and I'll be high. It's not where it's at. It's wonderful if you own it, if you take it home and it becomes you, and you wake up and say, wow, how was I with my spouse? How was with my family, the next door neighbor? How was I with this person? How am I on the planet on a regular day when I just wake up? Do I look for that? Do I look for compassion? Do I look for forgiveness? Do I look for love? Do I create that? And when you start to live in that place, you won't put that mango down. You will not put that mango down. You will dance, and you will hug, and you will celebrate the life as though you were everyone that you're loving, as though you were everyone that you were touching, as though you were everyone that you said I love you to. I am you. Hi, I love you. And they know, people know, because there are no other people other than you. So they know that you're real and authentic. And when you say I love you, and you say something true, authentic about them, the spirit, whatever you may see about them, they rise and they flush to their cheeks. And you've been part of their blooming, a blooming miracle. You've been the blossom nutrient. That's the highest. When you become the nutrient that has others blossom in your presence. So a teacher or anyone else who does beautiful things, to know that, that's the essence of it. I'll drop some sprinkles of nutrients. I love you. You're perfect the way you are. God loves you, and celebrate your life, and then go. Because I know that you are me. But if I tell you I'm special, no. Then you got me locked up in some religion and some politics and some other weird thing that it's not who I am. I'm not Jewish, I'm not Christian, I'm not Catholic, I'm not a Muslim. I'm none of those things. None of them. I can practice Hinduism. I can practice Judaism, but I'm not that. Once you think you are, that's another cloak, another peel of the onion that you have to take off. And that's a heavy one. But once you do, wow, I got rid of that, I'm free. Thank you, dear God. There's no ceiling anymore. Who wants to live with any kind of ceiling when the sun is out and birds are flying? I look up, I see a ceiling. Well, that's the way it has to be, and we have the ceiling. I don't want to listen to you. I'm sorry. I'm stepping out, and wow, this is the world as I see it, not through your eyes. The you that didn't know who you are. I can't wait till you know who you are. You can join me, and we can both go out. But until then, bye. I love you. Bye. As you step away from the priest or the teacher or the shepherd or whoever it may have been that wanted to lock you in to their particular weakness that they were still going through. And they demanded you be part of it so they'd be comfortable and secure. And you'd be another sheep. Ba, 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 ba. Following another sheep's ass right down the street. Ba, 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 ba. Wow. Black sheep. My beautiful sister. Just talking about black sheep. Don't be a sheep that follows. Amazing human being that just walked in. She's a miracle. Gone beyond the body, beyond the mind, and is beautiful in every way. So, the black sheep, and I'm going to take an extra minute, tell Mark. The black sheep is the one that is being herded by the reverend or whatever it may be. God bless them all, they're all doing the best that they can. But that's the one that says, get back in line. And the black sheep says, I'm trying, but you want to know something? You see that lake? I got to be by that lake, play my flute or drum or dance under that tree. And whoever's you think is running the show, that they think they're running the show, you'll die, you'll go to hell, you must stay with us, get back in line with those sheep and follow the other sheep's asses. Don't dare to move on your own. We don't do that. We, who's we? We don't do that. What do you mean we don't do that? And they'll have you back in the herd and following you. You'll never, ever, ever, ever know who you are until you do, which will take a long time because you'll have to leave and go through all that stuff. When you recognize that it's okay to be a black sheep, that's a gift that you have. I love you, and I can't follow your dream, your heart. I must follow mine. And that sheep turns out to be the beautiful diamonds, the spirits on the planet who have taken that risk, who have taken that gorgeous programming and put it aside and said, yes, I shall, I have to, I love you. And your mother and father or someone that you love may say, I'll sit in mourning. You're actually leaving our congregation and us and our group. How can you do that? I love you. I love you. I'm going that way now. I'll see you soon. And that's the beginning of being free. So take it with you home. Make some calls. See where you can really implement this kind of thinking and way of being. To call somebody and tell them you love them. And be particular, tell them why you love them. Out of the lessons you learned from them, good or bad, you don't have to tell them. If it was a bad lesson on how not to be, also you can just tell them I love you for teaching me so well. I used your teachings by not being like you, but you don't say that. I just love you, and I thank you. And that's part of the emancipation. That's part of the freedom. I love you. And I thank you, and forgive me, and I forgive you. And in that space, a spirit opens, your heart begins to show itself the way it really is. Because your heart's this big. But guess what? Your whole world can fit in your heart. The whole world. So that's how big it is. And when you get in touch, then you're dancing in your heart, and you step out of your heart into the heart, one heart into their heart, which is their heart, and then it's just I'm dancing in the heart. And whoever comes near you and with you goes into that place of dancing in the heart. And when not, that's a teacher for you to hold on to your light and your space. As difficult as it is, and if you don't do it one day, come back the next and do it, and do it, and do it, and then you'll just get into that place and people want to know, what's different about you? Did you change your hair color? What did you do? Did you do something different? Did you lose weight? No, yeah, I lost a lot of weight, by the way. I lost a lot of weight. I lost 1,000 pounds of programming. 1,000 pounds that I let go. With love, you can't let go of it any other way. With love, I love you. I compassion, I can see, because I was the caterpillar, I can see where you're at. I'm not going to make you wrong or right, but I'm going to fly around. Be back, I'll see you. I'll come and comfort you and give you a hug. But I can't stay here with you. I love you. I'll see you later. And in that beautiful place, everywhere you go becomes the dance. And your butterfly wings get bigger and sweeter. And everywhere you go is your home and your family. And you become the ultimate human being. A free, gorgeous spirit. And the most important part is that if the whole world does not change, and I always like to conclude that because people, usually the answer is from our parents or aunts or teachers from a long time ago, you're not going to change the world, Happy. Oh, all right, can I try? And you may not. Probably this time around we will, of course. But in case we don't, we have had a beautiful, beautiful life. Our life would have been gorgeous and delicious and sensitive and beautiful in every way. The world didn't change, but guess what? Whew. It's been beautiful. Thank you, I love you. Thank you. Thank you, I love you. And everywhere you go, people will, I promise you this, people will transform, even subtly, even if they don't tell you. Even if they don't know it at the time, people will shift in your presence if you just keep growing. I myself grew today. I'll tell you how. We all grow. And to say that we don't is silly. My beautiful wife, Jennifer, we were on our way here, getting here an hour earlier, and I'm really gonna relax and do some stretching and yoga, and I have all the time in the world. And my beautiful wife, Jennifer, for some reason, left her wallet with the license. And we were here. We were by the thing almost, Right away. Old, other lifetime Happy. How could you do this? Always do you forget? How could I'm gonna have to go on talking about You wanna know something? And I applaud myself. Instantly. I said, okay, fine. We'll get you home and I will go there and take your time and come back when you can. She just walked in. So in that moment, I knew that something had happened. Her day was better. There wasn't one drop of sourness put on her or on me. And everything, and I found I can get someplace without her. So that's the reality on that.